Hi, this is Dr. Coggeshell. You know, the only time people listen to good advice is when they have to pay for it. And the only time that they actually put that good advice to action, meaning follow through with it, is when they pay a lot for it. It's an unfortunate psychology in people's mind that they don't understand good wisdom from putting money out of their pocket. When I was young, I had a recording studio. I had a recording studio for actually over 20 years. And when I first started out, I thought, well, you know, I can be cheaper than the other guy. And I got a lot of business. I got a lot of bands, and I found that most of them would always try to cut me down even more, or would complain or do something. You know, it was always something. And so I said to myself, I said, well, forget this. I'm going to charge more. So I charged more, actually quite a bit more, about 25 bucks more an hour than I was charging previous. And every artist that I recorded after that never once complained about the price and about the end product. They were very happy with it, and actually they were the ones that helped me obtain more clientele after I'd worked with them. So on one side, as a business, it's good for me because I make more money, but on the other side, it's like if they'd have came to me before, they'd have probably got a better deal, which I guess in the end we both win because they got a good product and I made good money. The same thing applies with consulting and picking the right guy to work with you. You need somebody first who's willing to be honest with you, upfront with you, and know the business. Now, I've listed on the website of what I'm good at. Go to coggeshell.com. That's coggeshell.com. I'll have a link in this video. And you can see what I'm good at. Now, if you're in areas that are outside that realm, you can call me, we can talk real quickly, and I'll tell you either yes or no. I'm not interested in taking people's money. I'm not interested in having people upset because something didn't work out. I want people to utilize the knowledge that I give to them, the wisdom that I give to them within that situation, within that area. I want them to be pleased about the connections that I've helped them make. I can give you examples of people I've worked with in the past that one individual is I helped broker a deal that there were two people suing each other. And this wasn't chump change, this is, you know, in the multi-millions of dollars. And I'd worked it out to where I could have had one party pay about $1.2 million to settle the deal. And I told him, I said, well, I think that's a better deal because you can settle the deal, you can sell the product that you had in reserve because it was to stop utilizing a name for a product. It's a trademark dispute. And you could still sell the product and you can recoup some of that money back. You know, you'd probably make about $1.5 million in just selling off the product that he had in existence in his warehouse. He didn't like that. And he says, no, we're going to win. I don't have to sell nothing, and I'm not going to rebrand anything. Well, long and short of it is he lost, and he lost $3.2 million. So he didn't take my advice. Of course, he didn't really have to pay for it. And he, however, the money that he was paying to the high-priced lawyers out of D.C., which were supposedly the greatest trademark attorneys money could buy, he listened to them instead, and he lost $3.2 million, plus all the attorney's fees. So I think in the end he lost about $4.8 million, if not $5.2 million, because it's not cheap to do lawsuits of that nature that he was dealing with at the time. Recently, and this is something that's still ongoing, so I'm hoping that it still works out. I had an individual contact me because he wanted to raise a little over $1 billion, if at least $1 billion, for a very specific type industry. And I have it linked on my website, coggeshell.com. It's called Death. It's a unhackable phone service online thing. So the individual gets a hold of me, and I immediately, because there's only like 3 or 4 people in the world that can even do a deal like that, and I just so happen to know the guy. And it seems that they're having a little bit of back and forth because, unfortunately, I did not charge him, which I should have. I was just relying on the fact that I would get a percentage of the deal once it was done. But I should have had a upfront consulting fee, which is what I do from now on. And maybe the guy that I put him in touch with should have done the same, because then we would have had it done. Because right now there's a buyer for it, and it's ready to go. And we're not talking about $100 grand, we're talking about $1 billion, a real legit deal. So at a 5%, that's $50 million. So this ain't chump change. But people don't listen. Money gets in the way, egos get in the way, and because there was no upfront, upfront way to say, look, I'm serious about this, you find out that they're not serious about what they're doing, even though you bring them everything that they wanted. Anyways, that's enough said. I'm here picking up my daughter because that's what I do. And so when you hire me to help you in all the different fields that I listed on the website, import, export, I'm very, I know Russia like the back of my hand. I can get you into there and former Soviet Union. I've been in the coffee industry, co-branding. Obviously, I know tech. I dealt in tech. I dealt in app development, business creation, start to finish, from small to $30 million deals. I guess now I can say $1 billion, but it hasn't quite gone through yet, so I won't really say that yet. I'll say it, but it's still in the gray area and not 50 shades of it, that's for sure. Anyways, I gotta go. Dr. Coggeshell signing out. Hey, I'm here to help you, but I'm not free. But I'll tell you what, you're gonna be happy with the end results, because they'll be what you wanted. And if I can't help you, I'm not gonna take it anyway. So I'm just gonna say, hey, thanks, but no thanks. And I'm probably gonna give you some free advice, and that will be a really good person for you to talk to. So if I give you advice and I say, hey, I can't help you, but you need to talk to so-and-so, then when I give you that little free advice, if I do, because I usually start charging for that too, is that you better listen to that person, because I'll be really ticked off at you. And that's how it works. That's this business. That's the way it is. So you have a good one.